Hello, we are here with Jackie Sponsorer, a master cannabis grower from California who recently made Aliyah to Israel, and we are going to speak about growing cannabis. How are you, Jackie?
Good. How are you?
I'm excellent.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming to talk with us.
Yeah, of course.
Let's discuss a controversial issue in Israel.
Yeah, so we've been talking about comparing, contrasting, I guess, the difference between California and the cannabis industry there growing and Israel.
Yeah.
And there's definitely a difference. You have a list of every little detail about that flower on how to judge it.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things, the categories that's always on there is the flush. We have to grade the flush. So when I'm here in Israel and I hear people say, oh, why flush? Why?
So what do you think? Like, what's the difference between a flower that is flushed and a flower that was not flushed?
Okay, so a flower that is flushed and a flower that is not flushed. Essentially, flushing is rinsing out while you're growing. First of all, let's explain what a flush is.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, what a flush is when you're growing and throughout the cycle, you add a lot of different types of nutrients and a bunch of other stuff to help the plant perform and yield its best fruit and flower. When you're doing that, a lot of times the nutrients will be inside the root ball, and whichever medium you're using will have a buildup of all the nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
And what you want to do is always continuously. Maybe I do every 2 weeks. Some people will just do it at the end of their flower. It depends. Everyone has their different techniques. But because I use a lot of different nutrients and stuff, I do it quite frequently. You want to wash all those nutrients out and keep a clean cycle so that the new stuff can come in. Now, when you don't do that, what can happen is you'll produce a bud that's going to be a little bit concentrated, so to speak, of all this added chemical nutrient stuff, gunk. You need as much things as common that nature provides in the indoor operation. That's why we have fans. That's why you put fans at different levels to simulate wind as well as temperature. You have to have a lot of different things. That's why rotating lights are technically better. Every little detail will help your yield in the end to make it better. But one of the most easy ways for an introductory person to do a flush is go ahead and pick up any flush product at your a local grow store and just follow the directions on there. And essentially, I take that most people here in Israel do hand watering, top watering, right?
Yes.
So that's even easier.
No, we need our secrets. It's okay.
Yeah, but flushing is very important for health. Yeah.
Yeah. So
just go to your local hydro store
and get a good flushing.
At least the last 2 weeks in the flower.
Yeah, you must do it. You must do it. There is a very big difference.
Yeah, there's such a huge difference. It saves money at the end of the day, and not just that, but it saves money and it makes more money.
Yeah.
I mean, I find that now in Israel, the buyer is not. It's a seller's market.
Yeah, it's a seller's market. Big time.
Because quality doesn't really matter to the buyer. It's not I'll go to somebody else.
This is what I got. You don't even have a choice between different setups.
Yeah. That was one of my first lessons when I had to buy trim to smoke here. They're like, this is all we have. I'm like, it's just nothing. I'm like, what?
I'm going to live here. This is going to be a problem.
I had to plan some things out. This is what happened. It was like, okay. It made me want to come and help.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
I mean, we got it down in Cali.
So, Jackie Sponsorer, thank you for being here and talking about flush with us.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.